Imagine nearly 7 years for a car that many people thought might never arrive. A car so beautiful that some called it the modern-day successor to Automotive Art itself. Well, that wait is finally over. The very first customer to Tomaso P72 has officially been delivered, and it might be one of the most stunning supercars ever created. But here's the shocking part. In an era where nearly every hypercar is chasing bigger numbers, more screens, and increasingly complicated technology, Tomaso did something completely different. They went backwards. And that decision may have created one of the most desirable driver's cars on the planet. This car has a manual transmission, 3 pedals, rear-wheel drive, no giant digital screens, and some of its most breathtaking details are hidden where most people would never think to look. But is the P72 really worth the years of waiting? And why are collectors already treating this first example like a rolling piece of jewelry? Stay with us, because the answer gets even more interesting. When the Tomaso P72 first appeared back in 2019, it instantly became one of the most talked about cars in the world. Its flowing bodywork looked unlike anything else on the road. While other supercars focused on sharp angles and aggressive styling, the P72 embraced elegance. People loved it. But as the years passed, many began wondering if the project would ever become reality. Delays piled up. The automotive world changed dramatically. New electric hypercars appeared. Competitors launched faster and more powerful machines. Some enthusiasts quietly started asking the uncomfortable question: would the P72 become another beautiful concept car that never truly reached customers? However, that's only part of the story. Behind the scenes, Tomaso was working to perfect every detail. The company wasn't interested in rushing production. They wanted the first customer car to be exactly what they envisioned. And when they finally revealed this first production example, many fans immediately understood why it took so long. The car is called Aurelian Knight, and it looks absolutely extraordinary. At first glance, the body appears black, but as sunlight hits the surface, something magical happens. Deep blue tones emerge from the paint, revealing curves and details that seem to change depending on the angle. It's the kind of finish that photographs struggle to capture. But surprisingly, the paint isn't what steals the show. That honor belongs to something far more unexpected: rose gold. And this is where things become really interesting. Most manufacturers use carbon fiber accents or black trim to create contrast. Tomaso went in a completely different direction. Rose gold details appear throughout the exterior. A stripe flows across the hood, roof, and rear deck. The front splitter receives matching accents. The side skirts and rear diffuser continue the theme. Then your eyes reach the wheels. The rose gold wheels instantly transform the car's personality. They don't look flashy, they don't look excessive. Instead, they make the P72 feel like a handcrafted luxury watch worth millions of dollars. Even the side mirrors wear rose gold accents. It's a risky design choice that could have gone terribly wrong. Yet somehow it works perfectly. And if you think the exterior is impressive, wait until you see what Tomaso did inside. Open the door and the P72 reveals a cabin unlike almost anything else in the modern automotive world. Today, most supercars are filled with giant touchscreens, digital controls, and complicated menus. The P72 rejects all of it. Instead, the interior feels mechanical, almost like stepping into a precision instrument. The seats are wrapped in rich Venetian blue leather that perfectly complements the exterior color. But the real stars are the countless rose gold details scattered throughout the cabin. The instrument cluster looks like a luxury timepiece. The gear shifter appears sculpted rather than manufactured. The steering wheel combines artistry and engineering in a way that's becoming increasingly rare. Even the dashboard, door panels, and seat edges feature carefully crafted rose gold accents. Every surface feels intentional. Every component feels special. But here's the hidden detail many enthusiasts appreciate most. There are no large infotainment screens dominating the interior. And that decision says a lot about what this car was built to be. Because the P72 was never intended to compete in a technology race. It was designed to celebrate driving itself. And that philosophy extends directly to what sits behind the driver. Most modern hypercars chase extreme performance numbers. Manufacturers boast about electric assistance, hybrid systems, and 4-digit horsepower figures. The P72 takes a different path. Power comes from a supercharged 5.0-liter V8 sourced from Ford. At first, some people questioned that choice. After all, shouldn't a $1 million supercar have an exotic engine developed exclusively for the car? But what happened next changed many opinions. The V8 produces 700 horsepower and 605 pound-feet of torque. That's serious performance. More importantly, enthusiasts know the Ford-based platform has a reputation for durability and character. The engine delivers the raw sound and emotional experience that many modern powertrains struggle to replicate. Yet, the biggest surprise isn't the engine itself. It's what the engine is connected to: a 6-speed manual transmission. And this may be the feature that defines the entire P72. Think about it. In a world where nearly every supercar uses lightning-fast dual-clutch transmissions, the Tomaso chose a traditional manual gearbox. That means every shift requires driver involvement. Every acceleration run becomes an experience rather than just a number. Every corner demands skill. For some buyers, that's worth more than an extra 100 horsepower. And the most surprising part comes later, because this decision could actually help the P72 age better than many of its rivals. Technology becomes outdated, touchscreens age, software eventually feels old, but a beautifully engineered manual transmission remains timeless. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, even 30 years from now, the experience of operating 3 pedals and shifting gears by hand will feel exactly as special as it does today. That's something many modern supercars may struggle to achieve. Which brings us to the biggest revelation of all. The Tomaso P72 isn't trying to be the fastest car in the world. It's not trying to dominate headlines with record-breaking acceleration. It's not trying to overwhelm drivers with technology. Instead, it's chasing something much harder to achieve: emotion, connection, and timeless beauty. After 7 years of anticipation, the first customer P72 proves that the Tomaso wasn't building a machine for spec sheets. They were creating automotive art. The Aurelian Knight specification perfectly captures that vision with its dramatic blue finish, stunning rose gold details, handcrafted interior, supercharged V8, and increasingly rare manual transmission. So now the question shifts from whether the P72 was worth the wait. The real question is this: in a future filled with electrification, automation, and digital experiences, could the Tomaso P72 become one of the last great analog supercars ever built? Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you choose this manual V8 masterpiece over today's high-tech hypercars? Or do you think the future belongs entirely to the next generation of performance machines?